Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hold My Nugget Studios once again, live from Denver, Colorado, in the Mile High City, where the Western Conference champion Denver Nuggets are undefeated this postseason on their home floor. In fact, they haven't lost at home since March, 3 months ago. But their opposition, the Miami Heat, who's won a game on the road every series thus far this postseason, look to even up the series at 1 apiece with a returning Kevin Love to their starting lineup. Look to take momentum as they head to Miami in Game 3. But before we get there, we must conclude tonight in your 2023 NBA Finals Game 2 Game Highlight Commentary.
It's time!
And here we go. Game 2 is off to the races, and Max Strus actually scored a basket. Gabe Vincent would follow that up with a couple of jumpers, and Miami jumps out to a 7-0 lead to begin this game. On the other end of the floor, the big Serbian would get a layup to get the Nuggets on the board, but they forgot about Max Strus. This ain't Game 1 no more, pussy. House arrest ankle monitor Poppy KCP would put in a 3, then AG would score on an alley-oop. 5-point game in Denver.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Foul! Foul!
Crazy to think, it took nearly an hour into the NBA Finals to see Jimmy Butler shoot his first pair of free throws in this series.
No, Bam Bam, don't do that.
Miami by 9.
Why so serious?
Game 1, Strus was building houses with all them bricks, but in Game 2, this man is just like Nick Cannon Seaman. He can't miss. Might I add, I know the running joke is Adonis Haslam just taking up space on the bench, but why that man been wearing the same warm-up suit for the last 6 years? Miami bench don't even wear that red pullover hoodie no more. This man hasn't changed his attire in half a decade.
Bob decided to give away another Xbox X and PS5. We've did it on 3 different occasions, 6 different winners. One of these can be yours and you didn't even need to spend any money. All you gotta do is subscribe on YouTube, follow me on Instagram. Literally click 2 buttons and you'll be entered to win. The winners will be selected at random the day after the final game of the NBA Finals. All you gotta do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram. That's it.
Jimmy Butler drives towards the basket, puts in a floater. It's an 11-point lead for Miami. Wait a minute, is that Kyle Lowry entering?
Fuck you, Cal.
It's happening. It's happening.
BBL Lowry checks into the game, and all of a sudden, the Nuggets have reached the second wind. Nikola Jokic gets inside for 2. Michael Porter Jr. puts in a 3. Max Strus would answer right back with his 4th triple of the quarter, but it doesn't matter because as long as Kyle Lowry's on the floor, the Nuggets' efficiency increases by 27. 76-year-old looking 30-year-old Cody Zeller gets a layup inside, but Brown gets a layup to cut the deficit down to 7. Caleb Martin thought he had an and one, but Mans threw a shoulder block like John Cena in his prime. Offensive foul. Nikola Jokic goes coast to coast to cut the deficit to 5. Then Christian Braun gets inside with ease to cut it to 3. Watch out, here comes BBL Lowry.
Fuck you, Cal.
And the first quarter would end with the advantage being Miami by 3. Homie went from scoreless to leading all scorers after 1. So, Max, how did you remember how to shoot after struggling in Game 1? I just remember I was light-skinned and the shots started falling. Colorism worked for me. Into the second quarter we go. Christian Braun making his presence felt, scoring the first basket of the quarter, then nearly causing 2 steals on back-to-back Miami possessions.
Fuck you, Cal.
Yoink. A Nugget steal would lead to a Jeff Green foul, sent him to the free throw line, and Denver has their first lead of this game.
Fuck you, Cal.
I cannot believe it.
Go get him, bro.
Brown answers with a 3.
Come back here, you little son of a bitch. Shit out here, nigga.
Caleb Martin gets blocked on the other end of the floor. Jeff Green answers with a 3. Denver by 4.
What the fuck are we gonna do now?
Denver on a 16-3 run in the last 4 minutes. If you went to the bathroom to go take number 2, you left with Miami leading by 11. You return with them down by 10. Look at Kyle Lowry turning the basketball over again. Jamal Murray with the and one dunk. Legend has it that's the same face he made when his ex-girlfriend was giving him a blowjob on his IG stories. Denver on a 27-6 run in the last 5 minutes.
Fuck you, Jimmy.
Despite a Jimmy Butler 3, Braun gets a dunk on the other end of the floor, and Miami missed their last 5 field goals.
Go Go get him, Bruce. He's getting away.
Bruce Brown makes it a 15-point lead. Kevin Love puts in a 3.
Bruce.
Brown loses the basketball and Gabe Vincent gets an and 1. You know what really grinds my gears? Why do all these sports pundits and commentators constantly talk about Denver's elevation and altitude in their city? If that was the case, wouldn't there be a threat at home every single year? Why don't you give credit to the basketball team being better than years prior, rather than make it seem as if the altitude, it plays such a large role in them winning games? Can't we just say they good at basketball without trying to put an asterisk next to it? Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. This nincompoop KCP committing fouls with a 0.7 of a second left to go on the shot clock. What was the purpose of fouling here?
We are family. I got all my sisters with me.
Strus would put in 2 of the free throws, and Miami's on an 8-0 run in the last 80 seconds. Joker would answer with a basket, but Miami would get 2 straight possessions with a bucket to cut the deficit down to 5. Somebody tell Gabe Vincent, watch out for that banana.
Foul, foul.
Mans tried to crawl into the tunnel of the kneecap of KCP. That's 3 free throws, pussy. Then in the final minute, both teams would go basket for basket heading into halftime.
Why so serious?
No, Bam Bam, don't do that.
After 2 quarters, we go to halftime, Denver leading by 6. To the second half we go. Third quarter looks very similar to game 1. Both teams going basket for basket, 3-pointer for 3-pointer, layup for layup. Kevin Love puts in a 3 for mental health, but Nikola Jokic cashing in those international baskets. Gabe Vincent would add another 3 to cut the deficit to 2. Clear path foul sends Adebayo to the line, and it's a tie game at 64 all. With the game tied and Miami with the momentum, Adebayo's called with a foul.
No, Bam Bam, don't do that.
Although there was no contact, you can't land in the shooting's landing area. That would send Jokic to the free throw line. Denver would pick up 7 quick points. Cody Zeller might take Al Horford's place as the generic 2K center. Although he got a couple of buckets in this game, Jokic is cooking them every time he sees that balding head.
Fuck you, Cal.
Lowry cuts the deficit down to 2, but in classic Kyle Lowry fashion, he decides to commit an offensive foul, putting a halt to Miami's momentum. Now enraged, the 2-time MVP would go to work. Nikola Jokic on an and 1 would lead to him going coast to coast and continuing to cook Cody Zeller. He's got 18 points in the third quarter by himself.
Fuck your court.
Bitch ass white boy.
Fuck your court. Fuck your court.
After the hysteria of white-on-white crime, the quarter would end with an 8-point lead for Denver. 31 points for Jokic through 3 quarters.
It's my turn.
Here comes Duncan Sheen Robinson, checks into the game, puts in a 3, then cuts to the basket for an and 1, but he missed the free throw, so he answers with a logo 3 to score 8 straight points.
I cannot believe it.
Next play, Duncan took 2 defenders to the cup, left Gabe Vincent wide open for the 3. Then on the next possession, he gets the layup inside. 10 straight points for Duncan Robinson, 13 for Miami, and they take the lead for the first time since early in the second. This band of undrafted ballers trying to do the unthinkable and get a victory in Denver. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo. KCP back at it again, fouling 3-point shooters for absolutely no reason. Look at his left hand. Jokic is right there for the help defense. There was no reason to reach in here. Just like Strus, Vincent would make 2 of 3, and Miami has a 5-point lead. And despite Nikola Jokic answering with free throws and baskets, Jimmy Butler starting to warm up in the 4th. Is that Terrell Davis? Denver's duo would have to come alive to prevent Miami getting the steal, but Jimmy Butler would continue to answer despite whatever Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray threw at the basket. Woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, clitoris alert, woo, woo, woo.
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class!
KCP still doing unnecessary fouls. First, it was Max Strus with 0.7 of a second remaining on the shot clock. Then, it was on Gabe Vincent reaching in despite the fact that he had help defense. Then lastly, it's on Kyle Lowry landing in the shooter's landing space for absolutely no reason on a bad shot. If you were wondering who was the dumbest man in America on June 4th, 2023 on a Sunday, the answer is KCP. Lowry puts in all 3 free throws, then an and one dunk from Bam puts Miami up by 11 with a little under 5 minutes left to play.
Whoa, calm down, Jamal. Don't pull out the 9.
Bam Adebayo with a huge block, despite the fact that the referee should have called this goaltending. Nevertheless, it didn't matter because they went down the floor and got a basket anyway. Miami exploding in the fourth quarter for the second consecutive game, outscoring the Nuggets by 17. Caleb Martin gets his first basket of the day. Heat by 12 with 3:15 left to play, but Gordon puts in a 3. Murray puts in another 3. Butler would try to silence the noise with the 2, but
Bruce!
answers with the floater and the basket looking as wide as Jamal Murray's girl's mouth for a cum shot, because everything is landing. Denver on an 11-2 run, 3-point deficit with 60 seconds left to play. Adebayo foul down low, puts in both free throws. Miami by 5 with 35 seconds left to go. Jokic gets the layup inside. 3-point game. Butler's 3-point ceiling shot is a miss. Rebound Denver. 10 seconds left to play. It doesn't appear they're going to call timeout. Jamal Murray one-on-one against Jimmy Butler. Opportunity to tie and send it to overtime.
Failure.
Not today. And Denver falls at home for the first time this postseason. For the 4th straight series, Miami steals a road game despite Nikola Jokic scoring 41 points. Denver's now 0-3 in the postseason when he eclipses 40 points. And Miami is headed back to South Beach with a 1-1 series split.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
As the Heat would tell the Nuggets to take out their Metro car and get aboard the L train.
27!
You mean to tell me you watched the entire video but you haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button and become a member on Patreon or on YouTube to get access to the Discord. We're waiting for you in the Shadow Realm.
Just do it! Make your dreams come true! Please! Please!
What are you waiting for, huh?
Oh my god.